represented his father in an accident case some years before, and I was acquainted with the family in a casual way. I remember him now as he walked through my doorway. His eyes were like tunnels. My first thought was that he had committed a crime. But soon I saw it was only a passion that had moved into his body, like a stranger. I don't quite understand what I can do for you. Is there a passion or blog somewhere?
That's what I want to ask you.
Because there's nothing illegal about a girl falling in love with an immigrant.
Yeah, but what about if the only reason for it is to get his papers?
First of all, you don't know that.
I see it in his eyes. He's laughing at her and he's laughing at me.
Eddie, I'm a lawyer. I can only deal in what's provable. You understand that, don't you? Can you prove that?
I know what is in his mind, Mr. Alfieri.
Eddie, even if you could prove that...
Listen, will you listen to me a minute? My father always said he was a smart man. I want you to listen to me.
I'm only a lawyer.
Will you listen a minute? I'm talking about the law. Let me just bring out what I mean. A man, which he comes into the country, illegal. Don't stand to reason he's going to take every penny and put it in the sock. Because if they don't know from one day to another, right?
All right.
He's spending. Records he's buying now. Shoes, jackets. You understand me? This guy ain't worried. This guy is here. So it must be that he's got it all laid out in his mind already. He's staying, right?
Well, what about it?
All right. I'm talking to you confidential, right? Seriously. I mean, it don't go no place but here. Because I don't like to say this about anybody. Even my wife, I didn't exactly say this.
What is it?
The guy ain't right, Mr. Alfieri.
What do you mean?
I mean, he ain't right.
I don't get you.
Yeah, no, get a look at him.
Not that I know of, no.
He's a blonde guy, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, if he blows the paper fast, he'll blow him over.
Well, that doesn't mean...
Wait a minute, I'm telling you something. He sings, see? Which is, I mean, it's all right. But sometimes he hits a note, see? I turn around, I mean, hi. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a tenor.
I know a tenor, Mr. Alfieri. This ain't no tenor. I mean, if you came in the house and you didn't know who was singing, you wouldn't be looking for him, you would be looking for her.
Yes, but that's not...
I'm telling you something. Wait a minute, please, Mr. Alfieri. I'm trying to bring out my thoughts here. A couple of nights ago, my niece brings out a dress which is too small for her because she's shot up by the light this last year. He takes the dress, lays it on the table, he cuts it up. 1, 2, 3, he makes a new dress. I mean, he looks so sweet there, like an angel. You could kiss him, he was so sweet.
No, look, Eddie.
Mr. Alfieri, they're laughing at him on the piers. I'm ashamed. Paper doll, they call him. Blondie now. His brother thinks it's because he's got a sense of humor, see, which he's got. But that ain't what they're laughing, which they're not going to come out with because they know he's my relative, which they have to see me if they make a crack, you know? But I know what they're laughing at. And when I think of that guy laying his hands on her, I mean, it's eating me out, Miss Alfieri, because I struggled for that girl. And now he comes into my house and...
Eddie, look, I have my own children. I understand you, but the law is very specific. The law does not.
You mean to tell me that there's no law that a guy, which he ain't, right, can go to work and marry a girl and...
You have no recourse in the law, Eddie.
Yeah, but if he ain't right, Miss Alfieri, you mean to tell me...
There's nothing you can do, Eddie. Believe me.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. There's one legal question here.
What?
The manner in which they entered the country. I don't think you want to do anything about that, do you?
You mean...
Well, they entered illegally.
Oh, Jesus, no. I wouldn't do nothing about that. I mean...
Alright, then let me talk now, eh?
Mr. Alfieri, I can't believe what you tell me. I mean, there must be some kind of law which...
Eddie, I want you to listen to me. You know, sometimes God mixes up with people. We all love somebody, the wife, the kids. Every man's got somebody that he loves, eh? But sometimes there's too much, you know. There's too much, and he goes where he mustn't. A man works hard, he brings up a child, sometimes it's a niece, sometimes even a daughter, and he never realizes it. But through the years, there's too much love for the daughter. There's too much love for the niece. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
What do you mean? I shouldn't look out for her good?
Yes, but these things have to end, Eddie, that's all. The child has to grow up and go away, and the man has to learn to forget. Because after all, Eddie, what other way can it end? Let her go. That's my advice. You did your job, now it's your life. Wish her luck and let her go. Will you do that? Because there's no law, Eddie. Make up your mind to it. The law is not interested in this.
You mean to tell me, even if it's a punk, if he's...
There's nothing you can do.
Well, all right. Thanks. Thanks very much.
So what are you going to do?
What can I do? I'm a patsy. What can a patsy do? I worked like a dog 20 years so a punk could have her. So that's what I've done. I mean, in the worst times, in the worst, when there wasn't a shit coming in the harbor. I didn't stand around looking for relief. I hustled. When there was empty piers in Brooklyn, I went to Hoboken, Staten Island, the West Side, Jersey, all over. Because I made a promise. I took out of my own mouth to give to her. I took out of my wife's mouth. I walked hungry, plenty of days in the city. And now I've got to sit in my house and look at that son of a bitch punk like that, which he came out of nowhere. I give him my house to sleep. I take the blankets off my bed for him, and he takes and puts his filthy hands on her like a goddamn thief.
But Eddie, she's a woman now.
He's stealing from me.
She wants to get married, Eddie. She got married now, can't she?
What are you talking about? Marry me. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I give you my advice, Eddie. That's it.
Well, thanks. Thanks very much. It's just breaking my heart, you know?
I understand. Put it out of your mind. Can you do that?
I'm